Yeah. Folks, I'm going to share this quickly with music friends hither and yon. That's what I do. I'm a sharer of things, a doer of do's. And, oh, there I am. Oh, behold. Look at old Drade. Oh, that's not what I want to do, you diggity-dogged. Oh, I'm hearing me for the second time. I didn't really want to hear it like that. I didn't really want to hear it like that. Didn't really want to hear it like that. I'm going to like this. Okay, now I'm going to go over here, share to a page, go over here, bada boomy. One more time, share to a group, Gristle Kingdom, Kapowski, now we're good. Folks, how the heck are you out there? So exciting tonight here in Milwaukee, Wisconsin. Our Milwaukee Bucks will engage in spirited basketball activities against the Pahoniak Suns in perhaps what could be the final game. Bucks and 6. Sorry if you're a Sonics fan. I get you. I understand it. I know your feels. But as a Bucksman, we're pretty excited behind the cheddar curtain for this possibility. Pretty exciting activity. Makes you want to say, Giannis Antetokounmpo. Giannis Antetokounmpo. That's hard to say. Giannis Antetokounmpo. Giannis Antetokounmpo. Giannis Antetokounmpo. Bucks and 6. Giannis Antetokounmpo, ladies and gentlemen. That little song there for you. Not that he's the only one. It's a team effort. Don't get me wrong. But that name fits good with that jam. Can you dig it? Mm-hmm. Folks, I have a couple of my older guitars in possession. I have a couple of guitars en route from Wildwood, but they haven't arrived yet in time for my broadcast today. So I thought it would be funski to grab a couple of my Wildwood 10 guitars from the Fender's Custom Shop. Fender. And this is a guitar I got years back. This is a Wildwood 10 57 Strat relic guitar that I actually have my Fishman Fluence pickups on it, but the Wildwood pickups that come in it are excellent. As single coils go, they're single coil Zillas. Sorry, just had to do something there. Single coil Zillas, although they are, of course, susceptible in the single positions to 60 cycle hum, especially in this room. This is a noisy room, so having these pickups in here make it a little bit more of a nice free experience for me. Can you dig it? But I love this guitar. It weighs nothing. So what I did is I put a link. We put a link. Ryan did it for me, where it says today's prey. There is a Wildwood 10 57 Strat, very similar to the one I'm playing that's available at Wildwood. The Wildwood 10, there are 10 things about it. 10-inch radius, 6105 frets, quarter saw neck. Weights of the body have to be a certain. They have special custom shop wound pickups specifically for the Wildwood folks. So it is truly a unique experience. I think they're the bestest. But I'm actually going through this amp. It's not available yet, folks. I know I've been teasing it now for probably about a year, but due to all of the craziness with COVID, the supply chain issues have just been, I think everyone's familiar with by now that in every industry has been plagued with parts, getting things for various devices and accoutrements. No difference with our friends at Koch amplifiers. So when this does come out, this is the little Gristle amp. It's a 12-watt or 4-watt amplifier. It comes with a single EL34 tube. It's got a volume, a gain, one tone control, like an extra boost switch, and a reverb. And right now I have it on pretty loud on the 12-watt mode. And you turn down the volume on the guitar. You get a nice clean tone. Turn up the volume. The amp does take pedals well. You can set it so it's not breaking up as much, and then do pedals in front of it, and that sounds great as well. I wanted it specifically for that reason, that you could either have it as a nice throw-and-go amp with a couple pedals, set it up clean, but can stay relatively clean at louder, 12-watt volume. But this is a loud 12 watts. When I was playing with Dylan yesterday, you could hear it no problem, which is amazing, because Dylan likes to go katoidal, badoosh to bacoidal, adoosh to bacoidal, and that katoidal and skadoidal is very, very loud. So it's got a single 12-inch speaker. The fact the cabinet's a little bigger than most amps with that kind of wattage gives it a really bigger, delicious sound. It does that tweed amp thing when you turn it up and it sounds like it's about to explode. That's what I wanted. Because sometimes you want destruction. That's all I'm going to say. One single EL34, that is correct. It does not have an effects loop. This amp's going to go for a little under $100, a little under 1,000 of the U.S. of dollars, and but it's. Yeah, I'll take that $100 amp, says Jerry. Yes, you will. I'm going to ease back on the gain a little bit, put the volume up a little bit more there. Man, it just sounds so juicy, juicy, juicy. sounds good all over the place, doggone it. Play some Rory. Let me see if I can. Sassy Rory-ish tone there, doggone it. Hang on a second. Like that. There, there, there. Yeah, I'll tell you what. That's a savage little tone. And these are glorious guitars, doggone it. There's something about these Wildwood 10s. They resonate so damn good, doggone it all. Rascal. It sounds scrumdiddlyicious, and that's the way it should sound. right. That is it. Wildwood 1057 Strat. There should be 2 links up above or below. One is for a Tele that I'll play for in a minute. And then this here Strat, which sounds diggity doggone good. Yeah, just going straight into the amp in terms of what you're hearing for overdrive. I do have a couple of other little things hooked up that'll hit every now and again. That Magna vibe giving me that. The Lonnie Mac in the box. Someone asked, what occasions would I use a smaller amp for? A lot of times when I do sessions, I'll bring this amp. When I'm doing an overdub, doing a lead, I'll just bring that thing. Boom. Also, if I'm playing with the blues band, that kind of lower volume thing, guitar, chord, that amp, dunzo. I used to do that with my Vibrolux quite a bit, although this thing sounds quite a bit more pasty. It gets a little bit more viscous at a lower volume than the Vibrolux. Can you dig it? Mm-hmm. And it does have that boost feature on it, so it's like this. Here's one sound. Yeah. And then with a foot switch, I can go to that. Just give you a little bit more heat. I'll tell you what, it sounds so doggone good. Years ago, I used to like to use Fender Pro Junior amps, single 15-watt amps, a single channel 15-watt. It had a volume and a tone. I still love those amps. I have one of them around here somewhere. I used to have many of them. I used to actually use 4 that I'd have 2 and 2. Because I like the ability to have amps you just turn it up and you use the volume control in the amp, like an old Marshall would be without being deafening. So this is kind of the same thing, but I wanted to use it in such a way where I could run it like I'm running right now, where I just kind of goose it to the point where if I turn it all the way up on the guitar, you got a lot of viscosity, and turn it back down and it cleans up. But I could also set it very, very clean. So let me set it clean. Let's see what you sound like here. Where you can use pedals instead, right? That's a cool clean sound. You put a pedal on top of that, you'll be rocking. That's the tone control. This is a custom shop. Ask Scott North. This is a Fender Custom Shop Wildwood 1057 Strat. This is my own. I did a link, however, in the information on this broadcast that gets you to Wildwood's site for both a 55 Tele Wildwood 10 that I'm going to play in a minute, and then this 57 Strat Relic. This one's actually a heavy relic. The one I linked to, I think, is a heavy relic as well. There's the back of it. It's not horribly relic. I do have the Fishman pickups on here. They come with special pickups that are wound at the Fender Custom Shop to Wildwood specifications, so you can only get them on the Wildwood 10 guitars, and they sound great. I like the Fishman. This is a very loud room as far as 60 cycle hum, so I wanted to escape. The hum. Michael Burrell, greetings to you, my good man. Resolve to the major, ladies and gentlemen. David asks, Greg, what are your thoughts on the oval C-neck on the 61 Strats? David, I love them. As a matter of fact, over this COVID situation, Wildwood has sent me about 5 different of their Wildwood 1061 Strats with that oval C-neck on it, and I got to tell you, I contemplated buying every one of those guitars. I've got a hankering for, because I have a lot of ash body maple guitars, but I don't have an alder rosewood guitar, and I got a hankering for one, and there was a couple that were here. Well, actually, every one of them was Magnifico, but there was one that I had that was in a ocean turquoise, metallic, faded something. Anyway, that one was toying with my soul. Finally, I just had to pack it up and send it back. So, because I thought, you know what? There'll be another one. Ash is usually light, actually. The ash guitars I have are usually light. This is a very light guitar. This is an ash body, and this one's like about 7 1/4-ish. Yeah, I'm going to need a wall of Koch amps. Well, I'll tell you what, my Greg, I've been using it nonstop for well over a year in this room, and a lot of times I forget to turn it off, and the other day the light was on and the sound just went zoop, so I figured one of the tubes finally gave up the ghost. I do have my other Greg amp at the ready, but I thought it'd be fun just to hear this amp just with a single 57 on it. Man, it sounds good. And it's going to be inexpensive. When they finally start shipping them, they've had supply chain issues, so when they finally start shipping them, and Wildwood's going to get a bunch of these the amps called the Little Gristle. And it's a single 12-inch amp, single EL34 tube, although you can swap it out for different tubes depending on your preferences. And it's got a gain, which we're calling Gristle, a master volume, which we're calling More. There's a tone control, and there's reverb, and then there's also an extra button that you get a little boost. So that'll be foot switchable. I just leave the extra button on when I'm not using the foot switch. Boy, it sounds good. So I wonder how it'd be that I set that amp clean and hit it with the Gristle King. Dennis, we'll check that out one of these days. I'll do that. I'll do that very thing. You could set the amp so it's just starting to give a little bit, and then you put the Gristle King on top of that. Man, it'll be crazy. When are they available, says Rich? That's an excellent question. I saw all the cabinets that are waiting for the componentry. They got most of the stuff. There's just one thing they were waiting for before they could finish them up. So I will let you know when they're en route. But they're fantastic, and they should sell, from what I understand, just right around $1,000. So, which for an all tube amplifier of a boutique-ish nature, it's fantastic. it up there, it doesn't sound right. We all went down to Montreux to watch the Bucks win in 6. No, that's not right. I don't know why that worked its way in there. Am I stoked about the Woodshed event? I am indeed. Donald speaks of an event I'm doing at the end of August. Andy Wood puts on. This is the second annual Woodshed Guitar Experience. Andy Wood, Andy Timmons, Mark Lettieri, myself, Brent Mason, and Robin Ford. A weekend in a beautiful camp in rural Tennessee by Knoxville. And food's great. The campsite is excellent. We do workshops, and then we put on a concert at the end. It's a lot of fun. Vernon asks, what speaker brand is in it? That's an excellent question. It's actually a Koch-made speaker. So it's their own speaker in this one. Can you dig it? On the Lake Geneva shoreline. That is correct. Go Bucks indeed. Nathan asked, Greg, are you going to bring back the Western shirts and berets? You know, Nathan, I go through phases. And I had the Western shirts for a while, but that's when I was a little of a larger man. And they were double XLs. And if I wear a double XLs when I don't have the great paunch, it looks like I might as well have the great paunch because it looks like I'm much larger than I actually am. So because I'm so vain. No, actually just because I don't want to look like I'm 3 times larger than I actually am, which I think is fair. I don't think that's too vain. You just want to be representing what you actually are. So the Western shirt, I don't have anything that fits. Because it's weird, I wear an XLT. It's long, but it is not wide because I have a relatively, small torso in terms of girth. Thank goodness. And the berets I've just had it with. I was like, I'm done with you berets. And then I went to the beanies, which I still dig, but it's summertime, and usually I wear them in the summertime anyway, which I did yesterday. Sometimes it's just too damn hot. So, and actually, because I got my ponytail now, I've been not wearing any hat at all and just letting my skullet reign supreme. Can you dig it? Skullet me, but wanted to say thank you for the new Fishman P90. Put them on a Gibson Firebird Studio, and the guitar sounds so much better. Oh, that's great to hear, Jay. I'm glad you dig them. I think they turned out fantastic. Whenever we're doing those pickups, like we did with actually I helped work on the Strat pickups, the classic humbuckers, and then of course we did my Tele pickups, the Gristle Tone T-style set. You voice them. You're convinced they sound awesome after you've voiced them, but then months go by before you hear them again. And then you're like, oh, we're sending you the guitar with the pickups. And you're like, God, I sure hope it sounds as good as I remembered. And every time I get them, like, oh yeah, they do. They sound delicious. So it's really been a lot of fun working with the Fishman folks and coming up with, with this cool stuff that previously, because of the technology, you couldn't quite do before. So it's all new stuff. So it's a lot of fun. So I'm glad you dig it. Sick Again, intro, walkthrough. Well, Robert, the only problem with the Kangos, I've got, I'm a big fella, so my head is pretty large. So I have to be careful what hats I get so they don't look like I'm trying to stuff a watermelon into a coconut shell. That's a visual. Anyway, which one is Sick Again? Was that the... Right? So that's just E major, E sus, A over E, A minor over E. Right? so forth. That gives you the idea of the main riff of that song anyway. It was not a Leslie sound. It's actually a MXR Phase 95, and I have it on the 45 setting. The Phase 95 is an MXR pedal that does the 3 different eras of phase. It does a Phase 90, it does a Phase 40, Phase, I don't know, what does it all do? Phase 90, the script Phase 90, and the Phase 45. Right? Yeah. Amp sounds good, doesn't it? Do you have a bebop lick that you could share? Well, Dan, bro, doggone it. I'm in G blues. Lick I learned in college, and I still use it today. Oh. Oh, wow, huh? Bring that one to the blues jam. Am I right? I have it on the 45 setting. That's correct, John. I like that sound the best. You know what I mean? It sounds like that Keith Richards one that he used back in the day. Like, that's why I like it. It also sounds like the that setting was the one that was used when by Eric Gale in Stuff, when him and although Cornell Dupree would use one every now and again too, but Eric used one all the time. And the Steve Hunter one as well. Like, sound. I love that sound. Donald, that's great news. Congratulations. I see that only 1% cancer left. Good for you. Do battle. Sweet Jane intro. That's another one, yeah. forth. Yeah, that's good stuff. So that's just the Phase 95 going straight into that amp. Hey, let me get out this other guitar. I'm getting carried away with the Strat. This again is a Wildwood 10 57 Strat Relic in the Fender Custom Shop. I have a link above. This is my guitar, but there is one just like it available at Wildwood, which I have a link up above. And I've got my old Wildwood 10 55 Telly. This one's in faded Fiesta Red, but I found one in cadmium orange on the site that looked very similar. This has that 54 U-shaped neck on it, so it's got some girth. It's not quite as big of a boat as the 51 No-Caster, but it's a big old boat neck on this rascal. This has my pickups on it, so he screamed like a damn demon. This is my set of Fishman Fluence Gristle tone pickups for T-style guitars. I recorded quite a bit with this guitar. Toured quite a bit. Yeah. It sounds good. Again, turn the volume down. glorious. This is a Wildwood 1055 Tele Relic, the Fender Custom Shop with my Fishman Fluence Gristle tone pickups on board. The pickups they usually come with sound great. They're really underwound, balanced. They sound glorious. But again, I like my pickup set because I go to places where I never know what the 60-cycle hum situation is going to be. I like to be able to bounce in between the two voices, all that kind of stuff, which makes my life easier. And in this room, it's a very noisy room. If I had a regular single coil Tele, especially with an amp this loud and overdriven, ooh, it's a situation. We'd have a situation at hand. Can you dig it? But it do 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 do. Can you dig it? This is a screaming damn demon. Again, going straight into the old, actually brand new and yet, as yet unreleased prototype of another signature amp of mine with Koch amplifiers. This is a thing called the Little Gristle, 12 or 4 watts of single 12 speaker having, single tube having a EL34. And I just have it turned up and it just sounds filthy and juicy, piping hot. Can you dig it? Can you dig all of it? Folks, don't forget tonight is Game 6 of the great contest with our Milwaukee Bucks and the Pahoniak Suns. And I feel for the fans of the Suns. It's not over yet. They could easily win tonight and win again back in Phoenix. I'm not saying it can't happen. It can happen. It would be very depressing if it did. However, if the Bucks pull it out today, the Bucks in 6, this town will go insane. Okay? Will go insane. I don't know if you're aware of it, but down by the Pfizer Forum, where they can fit 17.5-ish thousand inside. Usually they have about 25,000 people outside watching on jumbotrons in the Deer District. They got bars and whatnottery. There's so many people down there. They've now made area. There's going to be 65,000 people down there. In addition to the 17.5, they're going to be inside. So just the vibes are going to be, shall we say, spectacular. People are going to be hollering, screaming, hooting and hollering. Why? Because Giannis Antetokounmpo, ladies and gentlemen. Reminds me of a song I played earlier. Giannis Antetokounmpo. Giannis Antetokounmpo. Giannis Antetokounmpo. That is a combination of my envelope filter. Both of these pedals are made by my buddy Tim Yarning, who makes my Gristle King. The envelope filter is the Waka Waka. And then I couple that with the F up, which is an octave fuzz that I have him set the way I like to usually have them set. Take the knobs off, so it's just got an on and off switch. You put those two together, woo! Giannis Antetokounmpo. I want to call it the Giannis pedal. We're going to do a combination pedal. Yeah, I saw that the Brewers actually are doing great, and they moved up their game today to so that they can all go to the game tonight. Watch the Bucks. Those pedals are in front of the amp, not through effects loop. Do I know any Donnie Iris? I just remember that song, Hallelujah, from back in the day, but I can't remember how to play it for sure. Anywho, that's crazy sound, isn't it? I do like that tone. Something about a low wattage amp, but you turn them up and they just sound like they're ready to explode. It reminds me of that Neil Young, he uses old deluxes. Oh, interesting question out there. If I had to choose one neck shape for the rest of your life, what shape would you choose? I do like a fat, soft V is what I like. I do like a little V in my life. It does sound like that song from the 70s. What was that? Can't get next to you, babe. Remember that? But now it's been taken over by Giannis Antetokounmpo. Giannis Antetokounmpo. There we go. Say it loud, say it proud. When you're watching that game tonight, Giannis Antetokounmpo. Woo! Makes you proud to be a doggone rascal. Does radius matter to you? Yeah, you know what? I do like the Wildwood 10s because it's a 10-inch radius, 6105 frets. Easier to bend and stuff. That being said, with my old Tele and now with that 74 Strat that I bought with the old school radius on it and the smaller frets, certain vibratos are easier on those rascals. And so I like them both. So I adapt. I play to the radius. On my own guitar, so I can do my full array of stuff that I like to do, I do like a flatter radius and a taller fret. That being said, there are certain blues things, vibratos and so on and so forth, I find easier to have a 7¼ inch radius in the smaller frets. Can you dig it? Folks, we're having a lot of fun today, doggone it. I want to wish you all a spectacular rest of your Tuesday. I certainly hope, for the sake of the stress of all my fellow Wisconsinites, that the Bucks actually win tonight and do so in a way that does not give us a heart attack. Because the last couple of games, Lord have mercy, but they were some spectacular plays, am I right? How about that alley-oop? Holy caramba! Woo! I like that look that Giannis gave the camera afterward, like, that was fantastic. I thought, you know what? That rocks. This is a man who understands the power of rock. And, doggone it. All right, folks, don't be afraid. I do have links to guitars very much like the ones I'm playing. I did get these at Wildwood. This is a Wildwood 1055 Telecaster relic from the Fender Custom Shop. The other guitar I played is a 57 Strat Wildwood 10. Also got at Wildwood Guitars from the Fender Custom Shop. And I do have, we're going to see Reverend Billy G and ZZ Top in Evansville tomorrow. Nice. You know, we are opening up for ZZ Top on September 11th at Summerfest here in Milwaukee. There you go. So, can you dig it? Will you dig it? The power of the Bucks compel you. Yes, they do, Steve Karras. The power of the Bucks. Mm-hmm. I got to tell you, we're way into it here. My wife was way ahead of the bandwagon because I'm a bandwagoner. I'm not going to lie to you. I'm not usually a sports, but once I get in, I'm like all the way in. So I started tuning in on the Atlanta series when they were playing Atlanta, and then I got all in, and now it's like I'm insane. I'm going to tell you that right now. I'm insane. Screaming and hollering, hooting. And although I have to say the Deer District, that sounds a little too like Care Bear. They should change it into like, the Fearsome Forest or something. That just, when they say, let's go down to the Deer District, it's like, that doesn't sound menacing. That doesn't sound, you're not driving fear into the hearts of your adversary with the Deer District. How about the Fearsome Forest or the Prairie of Pain or the Worrisome Woods? I don't know. I'm just spitballing. You know what I'm saying? Although I do like the fact that they've changed kind of in the 70s, they had the kind of this friendly looking deer, like, come on, let's play ball. And then they've switched it recently to that kind of demon deer with that vacant look in his eye. Like, come to the forest, fearsome forest, and I will slay you with my mighty antlers. You know what I'm saying? Beer District. Well, no, it's beer season in the Deer District. Can you dig what I'm saying? That's what I like to say. All right, folks, the worrisome woods. Behold. All right, folks, have a good one. Go Bucks. Bucks and sex. Bucks and sex. Giannis Antetokounmpo. We'll see you later. Remember, coffee's always the right move.